Alright lads, and welcome to my Retribution Paladin PvE raiding DPS guide updated for 6.2. There will be a number of sections to this guide which can be accessed using the navigation bar above. We will be covering gearing, talents, glyphs and damage, though if you subscribe to my channel you'll see many more videos covering more precise topics. Before we begin, I'd like you to understand that these guides are intended to be very quick and basic but still give you the necessary skills and information to compete in the most difficult content. They can be seen as a greater alternative to the official Blizzard guides. Let's jump into the guide. First of all, we'll begin with the essentials in order to ensure that your Paladin is tuned up properly to maximise his pressure in a PvE environment. When it comes to gearing, the two main stats you want to focus on are both Mastery and Haste, since Mastery increases your holy damage while Haste reduces the cooldown of certain abilities, which allows you to build up your holy power faster. You want to enchant and gem at full mastery, and when it comes to choosing gear, the official priority is mastery, then haste to about 15% of raid buffs, and then it's either between multi-strike or crit, okay? The only reason why I've kind of excluded the other stats is because as a Ret Paladin, you only really want to focus on obtaining pieces of mastery, and if you are about 11% haste unbuff, then what you want to do is you want to stack a third stat. So either stacking up your multi-strike or crit is going to be beneficial to you. So try and get as many pieces with the same third stat and increase that percentage as high as you can, because there's no point in having a low percentage in both multi-strike and crit because that's not really going to benefit you. So just try and stack up that third stat. It's not essential because at the end of the day you only really need mastery, but it's just something that you should think about doing when you've got a lot of gear and you're at that point where you can choose which pieces of gear you want. For talents, in the first tier it's really down to your own preference, since all the options are as strong as each other. Really you need to consider the encounter, like for instance if you need to move to a location fast in a short period of time, then Speed of Light will be the most useful. In the second tier, Fists of Justice is going to be the best option 90% of the time, since the CC it provides is reliable and it won't be broken if you it won't be broken. But if you need extra CC for taking on trash packs, then Repentance will probably excel. In the third tier, I'd recommend Sacred Shield, since it provides the most damage mitigation without affecting your DPS. For the fourth tier, the most common choice will be Unbreakable Spirit. However, Clemency will have its uses from time to time, like for instance protecting a tank from severely high damage situations. In the fifth tier, Sanctified Wrath is the biggest DPS increase, and it's just as simple as that. In the sixth tier, Execution Sentence will be the most beneficial to increasing your single target DPS, while Light's Hammer will be a greater advantage to your AoE pressure. In the final tier, Final Verdict will be the most significant increase to your DPS, without your rotation becoming overcomplicated like the other options. For glyphs, well, there are a number of glyphs which can be beneficial to you. First of all, let's go through the damage glyphs. These aren't necessarily damage increase glyphs, but they will kind of help you out in certain damaging situations like AoE situations. So, Double Jeopardy will be used in fights with multiple targets for a moderate DPS increase. The glyph of Max Exorcism can be useful in AoE situations as well. The glyph of Judgment will be useful due to its increased range. The rest worth mentioning give defensive advantages, like Glyph of Templar's Verdict, definitely useful. Glyph of Divine Protection, these should be used for those like high AoE damage encounters, or when DPS take quite a lot of damage during the encounter. Minor glyphs are all fun and cosmetic, so just go whatever the hell you want to go with. Now let's run into the damage. Before you do any damage, make sure you are using the Seal of Truth, but if there are 4 or more enemies who will survive more than 30 seconds, then opt for the Seal of Righteousness. Here is the spell priority list to maximise your damage as a Ret Paladin. So the first thing I say will be the highest priority, and then so on and so forth. So, cast Divine Storm when buffed with Final Verdict and Empowered Divine Storm. Cast Final Verdict when you have 5 Holy Power. Cast Execution Sentence. Cast Hammer of Wrath whenever available. Cast Crusader Strike whenever available. Cast Judgment whenever available. Cast Exorcism whenever available. These 3 abilities basically generate your Holy Power. And that's pretty much it, lads. So anyway, in case you're new to my channel, my name is the Meta Goblin, and I do a lot of class guides, I do a lot of World of Warcraft guides, I do a lot of satire, taking the mick out of how the game has been developed in certain videos. I do lore videos about World of Warcraft, I do lore videos about The Witcher, all that kind of thing. So if you're interested, then please throw me a sub. But anyway, my name is the Meta Goblin, and until my next video, ciao!